Good evening, everybody. Welcome in to tonight's episode of Roll With It. We are back with a standard session this week. Hope anyone who watched or tuned in last week, enjoyed the roundtable discussion. Sans two of our members, but they were with us in spirit, even though couldn't physically be there. It's like astral projection almost, but without the creepy silvery figure floating over you. But this week we are back with the much awaited episode and confrontation with Kerr, communication with Kerr, conversation with Kerr, fireside chat with Kerr, whatever you want it to be. It doesn't matter. It's going to be hopefully awesome and hopefully awkward. That's really what we're going for here. But first actual campaign episode aside from the round table that we have Tim back with us, Rith's lovely persona with a new microphone too. So
Yeah. So hopefully you guys can actually understand me, or maybe not, because it's Rith.
it's not gonna really help with the Rith dialogue, but it'll be crisp and clear this time, So whatever his broken common is, it's one of his endearing traits. So, but we'll go ahead and get started with tonight's episode. Kerr having arrived back at Hillmarch and made his way to the tavern itself, I believe was your destination, correct?
Yep.
So, the remainder of the group having discussed what they were going to do and specifically giving instructions to Rith to not physically assault Kerr immediately and hopefully have an opportunity to talk to him as why he decided to abandon the group after Kovac so graciously raised them both from the dead through his connections. So, but we pick up about the group about 45 minutes to an hour out after you finished your brief discussion on what you're going to do when you get there. So you can kind of see the town of Hillmarch in the distance. You're probably a couple miles out at this point, but it's on the horizon. At least the clouds of smoke you can easily make out. Is there anything you want to discuss before you get to town? Anything further, I should say.
Not at this point, I think.
All right. So
I think it'd be kind of a silent journey going over probably what our conversation's going to be.
internal monologue.
All you hear is
Yeah.
Rith's deep breathing.
And what we may have to do to hold Rift back.
Right? How many party members you got? So the last hour is done in a very quiet and tense silence. I'm assuming at some points having to remind Rith to slow down and not like leave the rest of the party as he angrily marches forward.
Yeah.
Almost outpacing everybody. But after about an hour, you see the ramshackle town of Hillmarch come fully into view. All of its wonderful splendor of black soot-stained buildings, industry smells, and copper slag outside of some of the foundries. But you have arrived back. What is your first destination?
Rith will turn around and go, Mayor or Kerr?
Let's take care of business first. Well, they're both business, but let's go to the mayor first
Agreed.
and get that out of the way.
All right. So you are heading towards the constable's / mayor's office.
Yes.
All right. So you head towards one of the nicer buildings in the town. Head on in, and there is the bell there that you had previously seen. It's late into the afternoon. I would say probably around in between 3:30 and 4, probably.
I will walk up to the bell and, as gently as I cannot, ding it.
Are you slamming your hand down on it?
Yes.
Okay, make a strength check.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's just a ding.
He's tired from all that swimming.
It's
Yeah.
it is very crisp as a sound, but you don't bend or smash the bell or do anything like that to it. A few moments later, you hear, "One moment," and from around the corner, you see what could potentially be a middle-aged to late middle-aged man, very thin, stringy hair, balding, deep bags or shadows underneath his eyes. Comes around, looks at the front. How can I? Ah, you are Outlanders, correct? Returned. Oh, that was brief. All go well, or
All things considering, yes.
okay. Well, I can have a word set ahead to Arabelle to let them know that the job has been completed. So if they wish to confirm your work, they certainly can send individuals out. But no more issues for my people then?
Land turned back normal. Beginning to.
Okay.
Long story short, there was a portal that was affecting the land. We took care of it. You shouldn't have any more problems from that area.
Fantastic. That is one thing off of my plate, so you have my thanks. I appreciate your work and timeliness. I will send a carrier pigeon to let them know that the job has been completed. Anything else I can help you with?
Have you seen our other compatriot, the our bovine friend?
I'm not sure who that, because I don't think Kerr went in with you. I think it was just Lilith that went in, correct? The first time. Not really sure if I've seen.
Very tall.
I haven't
he's in-
seen anybody come in before you to here.
Rith turns around and walks out.
I haven't been into the town here for the past couple hours, so been here taking care of.
We have a pretty good idea probably where he's at. Where's your?
I'm gonna turn around and follow Rith.
We'll just head to the tavern. That's most likely where he's headed.
Oh, it's where most people go in this place. Not much else to do.
All right.
Thank you again.
We'll bid you a good day.
Good day.
And I'll head out.
All right.
No, I just headed out. I didn't go anywhere. The talking was enough for Rith. So
That's fine. So you're just standing outside?
Yep.
Waiting. Okay.
Just waiting.
Go back your head outside. There's Rith just standing a few, 5 to 10 feet away from the door.
Hey, buddy.
He nods.
Okay. Now our other business.
How do we want to handle this?
My thoughts are Rowan should take lead. He's the closest.
Talk
What was
here or back at home?
Well, I was to say, time,
Yeah.
place, and manner may be of importance here. I don't know if we want to do this in the middle of the tavern in this
Strange
town.
town.
Right. I feel
Riff,
like
are you okay waiting that long?
See him very, very, very much thinking about it. Rith, wait.
I mean, I understand your feelings on the matter, but I just don't want to have any issues with the locals here.
I trust your judgment.
Well, thanks.
That's good to hear, Rith. We can talk back at home.
yeah, I think it's best.
Well, let's go. Let's go pick him up.
What time is it? Oh, never mind. There's a clock thing up there.
Yeah, it's about 4. So
I forgot.
All right, Rith will head to the tavern.
okay,
I followed.
to the same one you guys were at the previous night.
Yeah,
Or
I'm
at
assuming that's
Poorhouse
probably the
Pub.
one he went to since it's familiar to him. And if he's not there, then we'll check the one that's closest to the entrance that we came in from.
All right, so you head towards the tavern where you were before, and walk in, and everybody going at the same time. Right.
Well, one at a time because we probably all won't fit through the door at the same
Right.
time.
Rith will wait till everybody else is in.
Oh, geez.
I was gonna say I was gonna wait until after Rith went in because I didn't want to get stomped.
Okay. And Kerr, have you been drinking since you've arrived?
No, I've been
Okay.
staring at a full pitcher.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see through one of the very dirty windows, just kind of out of the corner of your eye, you see a telltale group approaching towards the tavern. Don't know if they've seen you yet, but you're kind of situated in the back like you were previously, I believe, right? So you're away from the door, but you can kind of see the window, and you see the movement kind of out of the corner of your eye. And they're heading towards the door.
I'm going to panic. For a brief moment, I'm like, oh, they're alive. Then it's shit, and I'm going to cast Hidden Step.
Okay. So, for the next 6 seconds, well, is it to the end of your next turn?
Yeah, end of my next turn.
Okay. So, Rith, you walk in. Go ahead and make a perception check. Everybody else make one too as you're going in. Nice. Okay. So, I'll say in this order you'll see it. Rith, you step in and taking a look around, surveying everything. You don't see Kerr. Pretty sure you'd spot him very quickly. Rowan, you don't spot anything either except a solitary, just like pitcher of ale sitting there. It looks like full to the brim, no glasses next to it. And then no one's sitting at the table where it is either. And Rith, you kind of notice that about a moment or two after him.
There's stairs going up.
No, this is just a single floor with the boarding house in the, like, basically that bunkhouse in the back.
I'll head that way.
Towards the bunkhouse? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So you walk in towards the bunkhouse. The rest of three of you?
Yeah, I'll follow behind.
Okay. Lilith and Kovac following behind as well?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you guys walk back there, and nothing back there.
Okay.
Your ability ends basically as they pass back into that area.
Okay.
So as we turn around, or as we walk past him,
It
or
depends
when
on
we
what he
turn
does
back
right
around?
now.
Okay.
It depends on what he's doing right now. Because
I'm
he can
going
kind of
to-
see Lilith and everybody just kind of looking around in the bunkhouse area.
I'm going to try to duck down beneath the table and start crawling my way towards the door.
Make a stealth check. Wow. All right. So you're crawling towards the door, and you do this amazingly. It's like you lost all the bones in your body for just a second. You just kind of
He's
slid
sober.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just slid out of that. It's like when the wolf is like howling at the ladies in the cartoons, and like he loses his bones and just kind of slithers like liquid onto the ground. That's what Kerr does. He just like and yeah, you're crawling towards the door. Rith, you don't see anything in there. Neither do the rest of you.
Okay. I will turn around and head toward the bar.
Okay. As you turn
Headed to
around,
the bartender.
you see a Kerr about 5 feet from the door, like crawling on all fours.
Am I next to the pitcher of beer?
It's kind of it's like about 4 feet to your left or so.
Okay. Rith can't handle this, so he's gonna step to the left and grab the damn pitcher and drink.
Okay. All right. So yes, yeah, the other three of you. So I'm assuming it was Rith, Kovac, Rowan, Lilith in that order going in. Okay. So Rith barges back out. Whoever follows him back out. In whatever order you'll see Kerr making his way on all fours towards the door, and the bartender had like a towel and like wiping out a mug, and he's just stopped, looking down at the ground. Then he kind of glances in your guys' direction, and then back towards the ground again.
I'm just gonna yell, "Stop!"
I freeze like mid crawl.
And just walk up and lay a hand on his shoulder.
Yeah, it's about like right here for you too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Very.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We're gonna talk. All of us, okay? Once we get home.
Okay. Wait.
No
Okay.
need to say we won't say it. There's no need to say anything until we get home.
as Kerr Rith just slammed the pitcher of ale, lets out a huge burp that just fills the hall. You get a couple guys, yeah! Woo! Do it again.
Yeah.
I stand up and I can't look anybody in the face. I just stare at the floor.
Oh, look at the barkeep. Horses.
Yeah, they're probably at the stables.
All right.
Well, do we want to head out or?
That's what I was gonna ask. What's the plan? Do we leave for like 4 hours, or do we stay the night here
Let's.
and then leave in
Took
the
us a
morning?
day and a half to get here, right?
I'm up. I'm up for leaving now.
It was a little bit more than a day and a half. Probably it was closer to almost 2 full days of travel. Because when you guys got here, it was about getting close to like dinner time.
Yeah. All right. I'll walk up to the barkeep. Food, go.
You want me to go get you food or food to like take
Food
with?
to go with us.
All right, I'll see what I have in the back that I can get for you real quick.
Also, he buy any other drinks.
You want some other drinks? You want to know if he did buy? Did he buy other drinks, or you
Yes.
want him? No, just the one. He kind of
Okay.
sat there looking at it for a couple hours. Kind
Food.
of food, right?
Go,
Okay,
go.
all right.
Bossy Rith.
Rith is very, very agitated.
He'll come back with some. He'll be gone for a few minutes, and then he'll come back up with some. Like, I've got these meat pies that are left over from lunch.
Good. Take.
Not hot anymore necessarily, but still good
Yeah.
for a while.
Food.
All right. How many you want?
5, 6, 6.
All right. The rest of you want any? I'm kidding. Just unless I'm not. Yeah.
That'll be sufficient.
Okay. 6. It'll be 2 silver.
All right, he'll hand him 2 silver.
All right.
I just kind of slowly lean over and I'm like, do you still want to punch something?
Yes.
That guy might be asking for it.
Bad reputation.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar and talk to the bartender and say, please don't taunt our drinking, agitated barbarian.
Oh, yeah, I'm
It's a
sorry.
dragon.
I'm just trying to have some fun with him. I remember you guys from the other night. He
Yeah, he's not in a
quite a
good
bit on his
mood.
own. So
Yeah, he's not in a really good mood right now. So we'll go
Oh.
ahead and apologize for that now. But
my apologies. Anything else you guys need?
He grabs the food and walks out.
I think we'll be okay. Thank you.
All right. Safe
It
travels.
was, thank you. You have a wonderful evening.
Yeah.
We'll be taking our crawling friend with us.
Yeah, it's I haven't cleaned the floor yet today.
He might have taken care of that.
I think so.
He's pretty shaggy.
Yeah. All right. See you later.
And I'll walk out.
All right. All right.
I'll hand the food over to each of them.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks, Rith.
Thank you, Rith.
He nods.
Thank, thank you.
He glares.
All right. So you guys are going to go grab your
Horses.
horses. And did you guys bring the wagon or the cart that was attached to it? I can't recall.
I don't think so this time. I think it was just horses
Yeah.
this time.
This one
Right.
was. I think we were
Yeah,
doing
'cause
just
you didn't need
speed.
anything. Yeah. So,
Yeah, because I think I rode with Kerr.
yes.
Hmm.
So there are the 4 horses there. When you stop back by, the cost for the upkeep is about 6 silver for the 2 days that they had them. So
Reth will hand him 6 silver.
okay, well it's per horse, so
Oh.
24 altogether.
Reth
Yeah,
will
I'll-
hand him 24 silver.
Okay.
Man.
We need to make him mad more often.
He's that dad that's been sitting all day while everybody's been dicking around trying to get ready for the vacation, who's been ready and had the car loaded, and he's just like, I just want to go. I just want to go. I just want to go.
Yep.
That's Rith right now.
Want
And
to
they're in
get
the gas.
on the
They're at the
road.
gas station. You know, he's filled up with gas, and they're,
He's just
hey,
waiting.
can I get this? Can I get this? Can I? Yeah, just put it on the counter.
So
Actually,
all
my
right.
answer would be no, but
Right.
this just gets us out faster by paying.
Just paying right now. That's it. All right. So you guys have your horses, and probably, I'd say with travel time and whatnot, that you would need, you probably have about maybe 3 hours of sufficient light to travel by if you still want to be able to stop and like camp. So you guys can hit the road and might make it back to about the main road by the time you're getting to the point where the light is getting low enough that if you stop near the main road, then you'll have enough time to probably set up camp.
Okay.
If you go any further, then you're trying to set up camp in the dark. So
Aaron and I will find a good spot.
anything you're doing during the first evening of travel?
Yeah, Reth's gonna spark a conversation with Kovac.
Okay.
Just
While
sit
you're
down
writing,
next to him.
you said? Oh, after you.
Well, no,
after you
we'll
set
do
up
it. I'll
camp?
do it at,
Okay.
at evening.
camp.
Yeah.
Okay,
at
at camp.
Okay.
All right. So yeah,
He's
you
still
guys just,
fuming as we
Right,
ride.
right.
He's
No,
now
that's-
had enough time to calm down a bit.
I just wanted to make sure that there's nothing anybody wants to say or do while you're traveling
Oh, yeah.
to set up camp for the first time. Okay, so you guys pause briefly, and then Lilith and Baron Kerr are gonna find a spot to camp or start setting up camp.
Let's find us a good spot, and I'll pat Baron on the leg.
Okay. Sure.
And I'll actually be looking.
Is Kerr gonna be looking as well?
I will assist Lilith.
So just go ahead and make a survival check at advantage. Those are 2 pretty good rolls. 18. So yeah, you find yourself a nice little grove of trees that you can camp in that has a decent canopy that'll keep you mostly dry should it start to rain. But it's got some spots where you can probably make yourself some pretty decent lean-tos if you want, or at least just set up camp underneath. Set up your sleeping bags underneath there. it's got some decent. You find some dried up wood or sticks and whatnot that you can kind of use to make fires and whatnot. So, yeah,
I'll,
you found a
I'll
pretty good
pat
spot.
Baron on the leg and say, "Give him the sign for go there." You know
Ooh,
this. The rest of everybody else.
okay. Just kind of point like,
He's pointing at this little grove of trees. It looks like it would probably be a pretty decent spot to set up camp.
Riz will head that way.
I follow people that direction.
All right. All right. So after about 15, 30 minutes of setting up, you guys have your camp set up. You guys have already taken care of your dinner needs for the most part. So, Rith.
Yeah, so Riz will walk over to Kovacs, and after visibly settling down, he'll look at him and go, "You are good at strategy, other than just hit."
Oh, the little experience.
Growing up, all know is beat hard so other person doesn't get back up.
And that has its effectiveness, definitely.
Sometimes Rith is learning, sometimes not. Would like some training with not just smashing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll more than happy to share what any knowledge I have.
Good.
Your comment's coming along very well.
Been practicing when talk slower. Talking slower helps.
Yeah. Well, good job. Keep it up.
Thanks. All right, I'll go sit back down.
All right. Anybody else doing anything for the evening?
I'm gonna kind of like I did once before, but just kind of walk away a little bit and then just start playing my flute again.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hide beneath the tree.
Okay. Just kind of sitting on like the opposite side away from the camp or something, or
Yep.
okay. All right, Rowan, go ahead and
I'll
roll a
be
performance check for yourself too. Just do. Go ahead, Liz.
I'll be off to myself actually on this one.
Okay.
Just kind of off to the side.
All right.
Now that I've had a chance, I'll probably pull out the equipment that I found. The shield, the great axe, the boots, the sickle. Just kind of look them over.
Okay.
Check to see if there's anything that needs fixed on them or repaired or anything like that.
Okay. Rowan, what type of music are you playing tonight? Melancholy, jovial?
Probably more melancholy.
Okay. So, you know, if the mood wasn't kind of down enough, Rowan plays not necessarily like a masterful piece, but it's a very good piece that's a bit melancholy and very muted and just you're like, yeah, this is kind of how the entire group feels right now. So anyone who identifies emotional content with music, then you probably feel you relate to it well. But yeah, it's a slower, more melancholy piece, and sounds very good though.
Instead of reading, I'm going to sit back and just kind of listen.
Okay. And Rith, you want to go ahead and make a, let's see here.
Saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. No, just...
No, you can do
I'm charming you.
Oh,
do
no.
an insight check, I guess, just for the because it's I'm gonna say it's wisdom based, but that already has your proficiency bonus in it, so you can just use that. Okay. 20. Okay. So you take a look at the equipment. The sickle is the material's a little bit unique. Not really anything necessarily remarkable about it, except for the fact that this sickle is definitely sharpened or outfitted for some sort of combat. As opposed to being like a farming tool or a farming implement. The razor edge on this thing is incredibly sharp. So that's kind of impressive to you that it has such a sharp edge for such a large weapon. The the heavy boots are just iron. They weigh about 20 pounds each. They are just almost looks like someone's just taken a slab of iron over slab of irons over slab of iron, and it is just this mountain of iron. Not you look at it and you're like, this would not be useful for like anybody unless you wanted to like bury someone at the bottom of a lake. Like it'd be really great for that, but aside from like for everyday use, you don't
Go give him
understand.
ideas.
You don't see a use for these at all. They're so impractical from even from an armorer standpoint. But in their crude and just behemoth design, they're kind of impressive that this worked. But you're not really sure who or what would want these necessarily.
Okay.
Plus, they're made for someone with the feet the size of like Lilith.
Oh, it's even more impressive.
Yeah. So, the shield is of. You take a look at it, and it's definitely of elven make. Very well done. The metalsmithing, even though elves and dwarves differ in the way that they approach metalsmithing and whatnot, blacksmithing, you could still appreciate how fine the detail is on this. It's a bit too artsy for your liking necessarily, but still good craftsmanship. And then the axe itself is incredibly well made. Not of elven design necessarily. Doesn't look like it. You've never seen an elven great axe necessarily. But the edge on that thing is very sharp, razor sharp. Especially for such a large weapon.
Okay. I'll table that for now and put them back in after, since I don't need to work on any of them.
Okay. Yeah, none of them look to need any kind of repair or work. So.
That's all I'm doing then.
Anybody else?
I'll come back to the group and say I'm taking first watch. Any objections?
No.
No, go back over and sit down.
Okay. So, as far as everything else, people listen to roll and play for a little while. I'm assuming once he's done, Kovac, you go to your book.
Yep.
Go back to your book. All right. So, other than that, it's uneventful evening for you guys. So watch Lilith. You want the first one? You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How else do you guys want to do? Watch the other three.
I'll take last.
Kerr will not say it, but he's going to take all the watches.
Okay.
I'll take well, I guess. Rowan, what watch do you want to take?
I'll just take what's left. Does
Give them-
I'll-
mix?
I'll take 2 and 3, and then you can pick whichever one you want.
I'll go third.
Okay. All right. So you guys set up your evening watches. First one comes up, and Lilith, you are up. Go ahead and make your perception check for the watch.
Okay, so I will make my perception check.
24. Nice. Well, yeah, you're sitting there. Kerr's kind of sitting over on the tree facing away from the camp. Are you attempting to look asleep or anything, or just staying up?
Just staying up.
So he's still up.
I am I'm still gonna be off to myself.
Okay.
Basically I've got my bag of teeth
Okay.
that I'm just kind of dipping my hand in and letting the teeth run back out of my
Okay.
hand into the bag
Just
a
kind
lot.
of pulling him up and like letting him drip down, or just kind of letting him kind of slowly
Just
go
kind
out
of
of your hand?
like hand to the side, kind of
Okay.
just
Sure.
Creepy.
Kind of.
You're planning on adding Kerr teeth to your bag, aren't you?
So yeah, you.
But I've got my actual back to Kerr.
Okay.
So he can't see the
Okay.
what I'm doing, but
Kerr, are you paying attention during the watches at all, or just staying up?
Yes, I'm taking watch.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a perception check then for yourself.
21.
21. Okay. So yeah, you hear the sound of the fire crackling. In the brief moments that it's kind of quiet, you hear this weird sound, like kind of small rocks passing by each other. But it's like
Yeah.
it's almost rhythmic in a way. Somewhere from behind you, but aside from that, and just sounds of nature occasionally. But like sometimes it's hard to make out the sound of the rocks behind you because it's only in the intermittent time frames where the fire just doesn't pop or kind of crackle,
Right.
and then when you don't hear nature.
I'll focus on that since I don't know what it is, but basically just keep an ear out for whatever, if it's
Yeah.
like whatever that might be.
Stays at the same distance the entire time, but I mean it is kind of behind you in camp. But whenever you focus on it, it's very rhythmic, intentional. for like modern day references, like when poker players are playing with their chips
Right.
to a certain extent. But yeah, it's just rhythmic.
Okay.
But aside from that, watch goes by fairly uneventfully. Your watch comes to an end, Lilith.
So I will kind of break out of my little trance and head over to Kovac and nudge him awake.
Everything go okay?
Yeah.
Here's also a question for Kurt. Did you even set up your sleeping bag or anything like that?
Nope. Nope. Didn't set anything up. I helped with anyone else if they allowed it, but I didn't set anything up for myself.
Okay. Well, Kovac, your watch. And Kurt, go ahead and make another. Both of you guys go ahead and make checks for me.
Goody.
11. 20 and 11. All right. Kovac, yeah. It is a quiet night. There is like, as you're keeping watch, probably about half hour, 45 minutes into it, you can like feel the temperature almost drop a little bit. Winds kind of pick up just a touch. Definitely feels like maybe a small storm kind of moving in your direction.
Okay.
But and then 5-10 minutes later, you can hear some rain kind of pattering on the ground outside, hitting some of the leaves in the trees above you. Not too heavy necessarily, just steady. Also, rhythmic. It's kind of soothing, calming, but nothing else other than that. Kerr, you feel the same thing. I mean, just got that smell of just rain in the air. Other than that, nothing else for yourself. Your first 2 hours of watch pass by Kovac. So if
Yeah, I'll go wake
Rowan,
Rowan then.
Rowan, you come too. Go ahead and everyone who's awake, go ahead and make your perception checks as well for this watch.
So, like, when I'm doing it, I went kind of out of the light a little bit if we got a fire going and, like, pacing around. But to be honest, I'm probably not paying very much attention. Like, I'm
Okay,
probably in here.
Okay. Are you actually are you like pacing around the exterior of the entire camp, or are you just like picking a side?
Well, like, okay, like, if probably just, like, outside, like say like a half moon, like around the tree, I guess, kind of, if that makes sense. Like, out from the tree, but, like, not, like, all the way around, but just, like, back and forth.
Okay, so like half the perimeter.
Yeah, so, like I just kind of assume, like, the trees, like, say the back of the camp, and then, like,
there's
out
like a
kind of in front
of
of it to an
trees.
extent, yeah.
Okay,
Or
so kind
something,
of
yeah.
facing towards the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Go ahead and just make a perception check at disadvantage then.
Oh,
And wow,
what the?
there you go.
That makes tons of sense now.
Yes, it does. So much sense. All right. In Kovac, where are you setting up at camp then? Like, making your watch.
I'll use a tree somewhere as kind of a backrest.
Lean to. Okay.
Yeah.
Facing towards like the fire or looking out away from camp.
Away.
All right. So,
I guess. Well, I'll have noticed Kerr is still awake, right?
you didn't on the first one because he's kind of against a tree on
Okay.
his own side. It just depends on which side you're watching from, like, because the direction you guys are going is to the west, is where the main road is. The road where you stop by is on the north side of your camp. That's where if you're looking out that direction, you can see Rowan kind of pacing back and forth across the where you guys came into this little grove of trees.
Okay.
Kerr, you didn't really indicate on which side you probably would have been facing from.
Away from the fire.
Okay, so well, you have east, south, and west, basically.
East.
East. Okay, so looking back towards Hillmarch. So I guess it would just depend on which position Kovac would normally take for that. If he would be looking in a specific direction, or
I mean, I guess what I probably normally would have done was face whatever direction we came from, not what direction we're going to.
Okay, so you pick a tree that's facing east as well, then, and just kind of position.
Okay.
Back, and you're looking east as well. But yeah, during this watch, you would notice that Kerr is sitting with his back against a tree, just kind of looking in that direction as well. You don't see any, like, he's got his gear there. Nothing set up that he would normally have set up anyhow.
Okay.
And Rowan, even in like your distracted sense, out of like the corner of your eye, you do see like Kerr just sitting there against a tree, and then you kind of wander away, come back. About half the time when you're kind of circling back and forth when you're hitting the east side, then you just kind of notice him out of the corner of your eye. Anything else during your watch at this point? All right. So, third watch ends. Who goes to wake up Rick?
I'll wake him up.
All right.
I shake him hard.
Wow, that's different. He doesn't punch you.
I go back and lay down.
Kind of weird. Rowan didn't say anything to you when he woke you up. Didn't hear that one, by the way.
I'm a little hurt by that one. All right, he'll sit up and take in the environment, and then get up and for his watch. Sit
Alright.
by the fire.
Go ahead and just make a perception check. 17. Okay. So you're sitting by the fire, you said?
Yeah, sit near the fire.
Yeah. I mean, as you're keeping an eye out, you make out everybody's form. Either sleeping in their bags. The only one that doesn't look like they're sitting down sleeping is like Kerr off to your right, kind of sitting back against a tree. Can't really tell from this angle whether or not he's sleeping or whatnot, but other than that, it's pretty quiet. There's some rain going on in the background, very light.
All right.
Or go ahead and make your perception check too.
Oh,
It fits. They just started getting worse as the night went on. It's good. Would say probably the only thing keeping you up right now is probably Kerr's feelings about the moment. Otherwise, I mean, he's pretty dang tired at this point.
Right.
But your resolve is strong enough. You make it through the watch, staying awake. But yeah, Rith, nothing happens on your watch that you see.
okay.
Morning comes too, and group gets up.
I just kind of get up and quietly pack my stuff away.
I'll prep
I
the
do the
horses.
same thing.
You said Kerr preps the horses?
Yeah.
Okay. What'd you say for Lilith?
I do the same thing. I just pack my stuff up and not really say anything.
Okay.
I'm going to walk over to Rith and just mention to him quietly, Kerr's a little short on sleep, so stay vigilant.
He nods.
One thing you notice, Kovesh, today is you're like getting up and moving around. Like your amulet is just it's very warm today. Like normally around this group it's kind of got a warm tingle to it, but man, is it hot today. Not uncomfortably so, but it's warm.
Like me.
Right. Right.
Okay.
But all right, so you guys prep yourself for the morning. Anything or just grabbing rations for the morning for foods?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. All right. Kerr, go ahead and take your point of exhaustion for the day.
Already did it.
All right. So you guys take about an hour getting everything packed up, eating your rations, and then on the road as the sun is kind of creeping over the edge of the trees at this point. I mean it's fully risen, but just getting over the trees. So you guys set out for the day. Make your way back onto the main road, turn south, and probably, depending on how quickly you want to try to ride or how long you want to ride, you might make it back to Arabelle today, but it would be very late. Otherwise, you probably have day and a half of travel left or so. 10 to 12 hours. So taking things at the normal pace.
We'll cross that
Or-
river when we get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Womp womp.
Oh man.
You've had good experience with those so far.
I'm assuming my pendant stays pretty warm throughout. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. So, silent day of travel.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, how you guys get through the morning, break for lunch real quick, back on the road. Get to about late afternoon, which is normally about when you would probably be thinking about stopping for camp. About an hour or so. What do you guys do?
Would we know like how far away we are from Arabelle, roughly?
Make a nature or survival check. No, I mean probably like you would say anywhere from probably 4 to 6 hours. That's what you think.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll just kind of like say loud enough for everyone around me to hear. Be like, should we look for somewhere to stop?
Just out of curiosity, I'm going to pull out my compass.
Okay. Just kind of get a feeling of how far away one is, or
Yeah.
okay. Let me. Let's see here. Shoot, I'm trying to remember what the distance was on that.
Oh,
Right.
I want to say up to like 10 miles or something. Yeah, I think it was
Sounds
10 miles.
yeah. All right. You get the sense that probably the closest one is about 7 away, off to the kind of back in the direction you came, to the northeast.
Direction from where we came?
About northeast, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Other than that, I mean, the other one that you can sense is probably, well, about the same one that you hit outside of town the first time.
Okay. That
Which
works.
is toward the west. So
Perfect.
but that one's right at the edge of your compass, probably.
Yeah. So a little ways. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, that's cool.
So, do you guys want? So, Rowan asks if you guys want to find a spot to stop.
Kind of look around and see if I can determine where we're at, since we've passed this way a couple times before.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a nature survival check. You would probably put yourself in between. Best you can probably say is maybe 3 to 5 hours out. Maybe 3 or 4. based on your estimation, you probably have enough daylight to make it back to Arabelle.
I think if we push, we could make it.
Yeah, I'm up for whatever everyone else wants to do.
Hers just kind of on autopilot. Like when you're driving along, you just kind of match the speed of everybody else. That's kind of where he's at.
Oh, he's just riding. Lilith is actually controlling the horse now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind putting in a longer day if that's what everybody wants to do.
Push on.
Let's go.
All right. So you guys continue on, stopping for food, or just eating as you go.
I just eat as we go, I think.
You should go.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys will probably have to stop and maybe give the horses a little bit, since it's been a little while since they've eaten. So,
Sure.
but after a brief stop to top off the horses, basically, at the local rest area there. But you guys push on, and
As long as it isn't $5 a gallon, we're good.
prices aren't that bad in Cormier yet. It's still in the low end. They've got easy access. Good supply chain. So about 3 hours later or so, the sun kind of getting close to the horizon of, well, it's starting to dip behind the mountains in the distance, but you do see the north gates of Arabelle come into view, and before the sun dips entirely below, you guys are passing through. Stopping to
Head
drop off
towards
the horses? Okay.
stables, drop the horses off.
Okay. So you get them back to the stables. Stable hands take them back in, and the horses look tired for the day. You guys probably drove them on for a little over 12 hours. A little tired, but they get them fed, brushed out, everything starting that process, and they send you guys off. So
I'll hand the stable hands. Is there two of them?
they have a collection of them that come out and start getting them. So there's about 3 or 4.
Okay. I'll hand them 20 silver pieces.
Okay.
And tell them, hey, give them a little extra. Give them a treat. We rode them pretty hard on the way back.
All right. We'll when we do the morning feedings tomorrow, we can go ahead and include something a little extra for 'em.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything else we need to know?
No.
All right. They will go ahead and continue and get the rest of their night kind of closed up, but you guys are back in Arabelle as it's kind of turning to night. So the nightlife festivities are starting out. Lamps on the streets are lit. It's fairly lively. But I mean, you guys have kind of seen this before, so heading south towards the inn. All right.
I'll look at Kovacs. Talk tonight, tomorrow.
What time was it?
Probably by the time you guys get the horses settled in, approaching 8, it's sundown.
Probably tomorrow. Oh, okay. There, my clock was hidden. I was like, where'd it go? Yeah, I suppose probably tomorrow. It's been a long day. I don't know. This is a
Hey.
good work on your patience.
I'll meet back at home later. I'm gonna go to the pit.
Okay. The other four of you heading back to the Outlanders Inn then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll guide Baron. Because
All
I
right.
can tell he's not all there right now.
Sure. All right. So Rith, you're heading out to the pit. So you guys take the same path for a little while until you split off to the east and find the familiar entrance. You just so you head in. One of the same guys that's behind the bar that you've talked to before, if you want to sign up for fights there. Place is not as packed as usual, but there's a pretty good crowd here.
That works. He'll sign up for a fight.
Okay. All right. So they will pair you up with a kind of a burly looking human guy. Looks to be like in his late 30s. Kind of muscly, but a little thicker around the midsection too. So whatever he does, probably hard work, but looks like he enjoys his beer and food as well. So, do you want to go through the whole fight or just kind of synopsis of everything? All right, so
Synopsis is fine. Yeah.
you get to witness a few fights, and there, I mean, for being a smaller crowd, there are some pretty good ones. Like you watch a couple of guys just stand in the middle of the ring, just swing haymakers at each other for like 30 seconds, just rocking each other with shots left and right until they both land one that kind of goes right behind the ear on both of them, and they both just fall down at the same time, knock each other out. Um, you see one that's almost like a squash fight, just this smaller, a small lithe woman almost against this much bigger, um, like half orc looking guy, and he comes barreling in at her, and she hits him with like 3 quick movements, and he just goes face down. See, Tom Tack is there. He has a fight against one of the dwarves that you've seen fight before, and it's another slugfest with Tom Tack coming out victorious in this particular one. He fights right before you, and as you're coming down, as he's leaving, he looks, Rith,
I'm Jack.
fight good. He'll go. You see him find a seat right by the, looking down over the railing. Like I said, they match you up with this kind of burly looking human guy, and the fights, to his credit, he can take a shot pretty well. Like you lay into him, and he lays back into you. He doesn't quite give as good as he takes, but it probably lasts 30 seconds or so. But yeah,
Rest.
yeah. Um, at the end of the day, he's on the ground, one eye kind of swelling up, nose is tilted to the side, blood coming out of the side of his mouth. Um, you took a few shots that you can kind of feel a little bit, but I mean, nothing that you haven't taken before. Um, so you walk away with your earnings for the night. You get about 20 gold that comes out of it for you. So,
Okay.
um, apparently a few people that hadn't seen you fight before that bet on the other guy who's been there before. So, get a little bit of money from the night. And Tom Tack invites you to have a few drinks with him.
Yeah. I will.
afterwards. So he'll inquire about where you've been, because it's been a little over probably 2 weeks since you've been there. So he'll talk to you if you
Yeah,
want to.
I'll give him my frustration.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll relate and like, why didn't you just punch him?
Others ask not to. Others with values.
Mm. Tomtac doesn't understand that. I guess sometimes someone just needs a punch to set him right, though. Knock some sense into him.
Agreed. Sometimes. Learning not all times.
Well, I like solving problems here.
Here is good.
Simple, direct. Just no need to talk. Just fight, drink,
Fists speak.
fist,
Drink.
drink, food, women. Well, kind of feels this side of his face. Maybe no women tonight, but tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Are you staying in town?
Yes. Renting in South West?
In room or whole inn?
Whole inn. Group chartered.
Oh. You have an adventurer's charter?
Yes.
Wow. Tomtac thought about being an adventurer once, but hard to find people that trust me. Cause look like an orc. But I'm happy for you. Sounds good.
May have room later on as group expands.
Maybe. We'll see. Maybe.
Otherwise, good here. Good money.
Yeah,
Good fights.
I have fun fighting here, so it takes the edge off. But so he'll just continue drinking with you for the night.
Okay.
All right. The rest
that's
of you
my
make
evening. Otherwise,
Okay.
I'll head back after
Spend
it
a
gets
couple-
late enough.
Okay, so spending a couple hours there to
Yeah.
kind of unwind yourself.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I need.
All right. So, rest of you get back to the inn. And anything you're doing for the evening there?
No.
Nope. All right.
I'll pull Rowan or get his attention, ask him if I can have a word with him before he turns in.
Sure.
I'll help Baron to his room because he
Okay.
just kind of feels to me like he might need some help.
Okay.
Help. I need somebody.
I need somebody. Help. Oh no, we don't get DCMA.
Yeah.
All right. Kovac, you go with get Rith's attention or get Rowan's attention.
Yeah, I'll sit down at the well, I'll pour myself some wine there and sit down at the table in the common area there.
Mhm.
Want to join me?
Sure. Sit down next to him. Or across, or I don't know exactly where he's sitting at the table, but somewhere close enough to talk. Might be awkward next to him, so across from him. Unless he's at
Right.
the end. Then that would be awkward, so.
No, I won't sit at the end. I'll kind of be playing with my pendant. I'll ask him, hey, question for you. Back when we were dealing with that demon lord, what exactly was it that you saw in the streets that led you to the that shed thing?
A woman? Figure of a woman?
Have you had any interactions like that before?
I have not. But I was told to look to the shadows.
By who?
Remember that little birdie I told you about?
Yeah.
She wasn't little?
Okay. Well,
Like,
it seems to me somebody might have an interest in you. What are you doing tomorrow morning?
Talking? I don't know. Nothing, I guess.
I mean, it wouldn't be a very long trip. We could go early in the morning. If you care to accompany me.
Sure.
I just have a feeling that it might be good for you.
Okay.
And where'd you learn to play your flute?
I've been learning since I was very young. My parents took me to a person in town to teach us how to play. Just kind of one thing that the city does a lot is like music is a big thing in the city that I'm from.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, we could head out early.
Sure.
And we'd be back in time to figure out what we want to do about Baron.
Give him the old one too.
Well, I'll leave that to you.
Ho.
And Riff.
Yeah, sure. Just if I'm not up already, come get me.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will take my leave for the night.
All right.
And I don't remember which room was mine.
I don't either. I don't know which one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that corner one was Kovac's, and then the one that was next to it might have been Lilith's, the bigger one there. I can't remember.
No, that one. This one's mine.
Oh, that one was Rith's. Okay.
Yep.
Where are the rest of the room? There. That looks like a room.
Yep.
Perfect.
I'll sleep behind the bar.
In the hallway there. All right.
Whose
So
is this one? No one? Mine now.
it's either his or yours or Lilith's. I don't remember which one was.
I'm bigger. I need a bigger room. She can have it. I'll go up here to the little room.
Okay. All right. So Lilith, you're helping Baron into his room. You're muted still.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else for the evening for you?
Nope. I'm going to bed.
Okay. Rith, eventually you make your way in. The inn is fairly quiet when you come in. So doesn't appear to be anybody else up at this point.
I will check the bar to make sure that there's no alcohol in there anywhere.
That there's no alcohol in the bar at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Want
Yeah,
my
I mean,
wine.
you take a look, and I mean there are some bottles of wine that are unopened. One that looks like it's had a glass or two poured out from it. There's still a cask of the ale that Kerr or Baron had bought for the celebration dinner that you guys did.
I will move it all into my room.
Okay. All right. All right. So,
And then I'll go to bed.
okay. Is Kerr sleeping at all tonight?
He will fight it, but yeah, he'll fall asleep.
Okay. All right. So you'll lose your point of exhaustion and take your long rest. Right. Next day comes around.
I should have mentioned I'll probably get up at like 6.
Right. Okay. So about your guys' normal time that you do for the most part to start your day early enough. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
I will also get up early.
okay. Like, are we talking as early as everybody else does, or just early for Lilith?
Yes.
As early as everybody else does. Okay. So 6 o'clock rolls around, and like within like 5 or 10 minutes, like everybody's coming out of their rooms.
I'm not.
Or
I'm sleeping then.
okay.
I'm not.
Rith is sleeping in. Okay. Kerr is not in his room.
I'm awake,
Yes.
but I'm not coming out.
So Rowan, are you coming out as well, or are you waiting?
No, I'll go out with everyone else.
Okay. So, and Lilith, you are coming out of your room when you're up, or
Yes.
okay. So Kovac, Rowan, Lilith, within like 5 or 10 minutes of each other, you guys are all up and ready for the day.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Did you even sleep?
In a sense, yes.
Weird that you're up this early. Last time you were up
Uh.
this early, you were cranky the entire day.
I am going to try not to be cranky today because we have an important talk to have.
Yes.
And you know, as we discussed, I mean, I really think you should take the lead because you're the closest with Baron. I think he'll receive it better with you.
Makes sense.
All right. Well, I'm gonna head out. I'll be back in a couple hours.
I gotta go with him.
Okay.
Actually, Rowan, do you have one of those? Do you have that other stone?
Yeah.
Did you get that back?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you leave that with Lilith? Lilith, are you staying here? Are you gonna wait
Ye-
for Baron?
Yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay. Why don't you let us know when he is up and around, or I guess when everybody's up and around,
Okay.
and we'll let you know when we're on the way back.
Where are you guys headed?
Oh, we got some errands to run.
Gotta see a man about a wallaby.
Whatever those are.
So I'm gonna do an insight check.
Okay.
On which one? Because I don't even know what a wallaby is. Just made it up.
On both.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, what Kovac said isn't, he's not necessarily lying about it. He does have an errand to run. I mean, he's being a little bit not any more obtuse than he normally is about what he does. Rowan just gave you some nonsensical things about an animal that you're not sure, or a creature, thing, item, whatever it is that you're not even sure it exists.
Okay.
You've never heard of a wall.
So good luck with your wallaby.
Thanks. Oh, here's
All
the
right.
stone.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll head out and we'll head toward the stables.
Okay. You guys make your way up there. It's early in the morning. They're getting things ready for the day.
Oh, our horses aren't gonna get the special treat at breakfast.
They are in the process of feeding them, so they have a couple of special feed bags that they give them for the treats and whatnot. You show up as they're kind of brushing them out and getting them all cleaned up from the trip. You show up and they're like, "How can we help you?"
Need to take a couple horses for a few hours.
Oh, okay. Do you have horses here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, it's not the same guys you dropped off with last night.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
different set of guys, but like, all right.
Mine's the all white one with a black spot.
Oh,
Mine's the black one with the white spot.
that's odd. Yeah. Give us like 10 minutes. We can get them ready to go for the day.
Sure. Take
We're
your
just
time.
finishing up the feeding. Had some special instructions for them this morning, so they will go ahead and get you guys ready. Saddles are on. Horses are ready to go. Do you just a short trip, or do you need anything to take with you for them, or?
Nah, short trip. Won't be too
Okay.
long.
Okay. All right. See you back.
Nice, easy ride for him.
Good. All right. We'll see you back later.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right. Heading off northwest side of town. About
Yep.
an hour's
Yeah.
ride, I think.
Once we get outside the gates, there, I'll check my compass just to verify. But
Yep. Looks like it's about to the northwest-ish, so not too far. About an hour or so, at most. I think you remember it was about 45 minutes or so.
yeah, it wasn't too long.
Yeah, on the horse anyhow. But guys take the road north out of town, and then head kind of west back towards Evening Stars. What you're noticing, Rowan. and then eventually off that road and north into the woods a little bit. So
You're not bringing me out here to kill me, are you?
No.
Okay.
Hopefully to help.
You know, last time I was in the woods like this, it was a pretty bad experience.
Well, we'll try and avoid any unpleasantries this time.
Good to know. Good to know.
all right. So you head to the rift that you know of. All right. So after about 45 minutes of riding, you make your way there. So
Okay. Well, I'll dismount and tie up the horse there. Find something.
Mhm.
Tree or something.
I do the same.
And do I need to hold on to him or
no, not necessarily. I mean, it's a rift, so you can
okay.
if you know of it, you can pass through. So
Okay. Yeah, just stay close to me. And I'll pull out my mask, and while I'm talking to him, I'll put it on and I'll say, just be mindful of your surroundings. It's going to be a very different experience, but you'll be fine.
Do I need one of those?
No, you're okay.
I like put my shirt up over my.
That's good. I like it. I'll definitely chuckle about that.
all right.
All right. Then we'll head in.
All right. So if you follow him in, you'll pass through, and it's kind of you can kind of see like it as you're looking. You're like you're not really quite sure where you're going because as you walk up to something, it you just looks like you're going to be walking straight forward, and as you get a little bit closer, um, the path that you can see in front of you, or the landscape in front of you, just starts to get a little shadowy, and then it shimmers, and then as he passes through, it's like the shadows just kind of come up and around and just envelop him, and he's gone. Um, and you feel the same thing as you're like approaching. It's a little chilly, um, but it doesn't bother you. Uh, but yeah, it's a cooler touch. Like when you first lay down on the pillow and it's the cool side of the pillow. It's that nice for you. It's nice and comfortable. But um, shadows just come around, and then you come into a one. Your dark vision doesn't quite function normally. Your vision's kind of limited to a certain extent. The landscape changes to what looks to be a very gray and dreary town or almost like fortress keep town that definitely looks like it's seen better days. Everything is there aren't really a whole lot of colors that you notice around here. There are some torches that line the walkway that you're kind of on that are illuminated with a pale, sickly, almost green light, but it's very, very faint in the light that it gives off. But you can see well enough, but you are using your dark vision at this point, so everything is just gray. Plus,
I don't have to see everything else. I just have to see him.
yes. The one thing that you do notice here too is that the shadows are constantly shifting around you, it looks like, and there is like the feelings that Rowan is experiencing kind of right now almost seem amplified by the environment that he's in. based on what you told me that he's kind of dealing with right now. So there's a constant wind that's howling by you. This sometimes sounds like a moan, but almost like a moan that's filled with either apathy, despair, or sorrow. Is kind of the three emotions that you kind of get that flow by it. So, and as you come in, Kovac, there are a couple of other Shidarkai that are there as well. But
Okay. Anybody I recognize?
yeah, you'd see Ivelian and Erdem.
Okay. Oh, okay. Um, I guess what you said, Avilion.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I'll definitely go talk to him.
Okay.
Before I do that, I'll kind of look back and kind of see how Rowan's doing, if I can
Okay.
get anything from him.
Yep. That's Rowan.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I think so.
You can make an insight check on me.
Oh, that'll be good.
Okay. Yep. He says he seems to be doing okay.
Says he's okay. He's okay. I mean, I did warn him, but
Yeah. Yes, you did.
in my own way.
Yep. All right. So, all right. You head over towards a pair of them as they're talking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go talk to Avilion.
All right. So they'll see you kind of approach, and Valian will towards you. Kovac, how fares your travels?
They've been interesting lately. How about you?
Good, good. Things have been more active. A few incursions from some undead. A couple more prominent ones, even. Which pleased Zen, as you might recall.
Sure.
Upon hearing that, if anyone even sees me, my eyes go big.
Yeah.
Feel a little shaken.
Good.
Say,
Well, I've got an interesting, and I'll kind of look back at him, situation here. I've been not quite sure what to do with him. Been getting a lot of, I could just kind of play with my pen again. I don't know if I should seek an audience at this point, or I don't know.
kind of looks past you a little bit at Rowan. Are you okay there?
Huh?
You seem a bit shaken for a moment.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Still just kind of eyes darting, looking around.
There are no undead here, if you're concerned.
I wasn't worried about undead.
He looks back to you, Kovac, and says, I do not miss the material plane all that much, nor, well, it's sometimes nice to come here where people are direct, but,
Yes.
if you're concerned, you certainly could, seek an audience. I am hesitant to go in there myself unless absolutely necessary.
And I wouldn't want to either unless I thought it was. I mean, this isn't the first time I've been getting these feelings, so I don't know. It seems important enough to go there if necessary.
Well, I if you feel it's necessary, I would trust your gut's instinct on that and go with it. You know, she can be enigmatic in her dealings. If you're feeling something, I would trust it and go with it.
All right. I appreciate the advice as always.
Of course. And your new skills are practicing, training still?
Oh, always.
Good.
I had a pretty good teacher.
Well, I don't like to toot my own horn. Wish you luck. You should need anything else while you're here, feel free to ask. Just uh, I guess, word of warning. I have seen any around as well. If you feel any need to avoid. She seems well enough.
Good to know.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. Good luck. Also to you, he'll say, speaking to you, Ron. You're safe here.
Thanks. Good talk.
I'll nod and then I'll look back around and say, well, let's push on.
All right.
All right.
Seriously,
So
where do
you-
I get one of those masks?
What need of you of a mask?
It's just cool.
Oh, well, you could make one.
True.
Still, most of us do.
Ah. See.
Yeah, you do notice that any of the other individuals here do seem to have a mask on at this point. So, but yeah. So you guys are making your way up towards the fortress.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll head that way.
So you take your way. You wind up a couple of levels. Takes you a little bit of time. You know, a few shortcuts, kind of, to take a few staircases that are not necessarily concealed, but not commonly used, or just a little bit off the beaten path. And about a half hour later, Rowan, you're standing in front of a large, almost crystalline structure. Seems to have multiple spires coming off of it, all translucent, almost that same pale green glow kind of emanating from them. And
I'll definitely want to warn him of this.
okay.
Rowan, when we go into the fortress here, your feelings are going to intensify. Any crystals that you come across, don't dwell on them. I wouldn't warn you otherwise.
Wait, it's gonna intensify even more?
You'll be fine. Just keep your head down, keep walking and following me.
Okay.
So yeah, this place seems it emanates a certain level of just power that you can feel coming over you. And you notice that there are just these pale, almost green lights that keep shooting into the fortress itself too. If you look up, you'll notice that there are ravens that fly to and fro, and just in either flocks or individual ones, all passing through. And it is a awe-inspiring structure. At the same time, it does, you can feel those feelings slightly intensify too. It's intense, to say the least. So there are a couple of the guards that you're aware of, Kovac at the front as well. So
Okay.
they'll stop you. Greetings.
Greetings. My compatriot and I seek an audience.
Very well. I believe the queen is free at this point. They'll look directly at you, Rowan, and say, I would caution yourself as you're going in. Just walk straight forward. Do not glance to your right or left, nor should you dwell on any translucent crystals that you may see. And touch nothing that does not belong to you.
Got it.
And they will pass and let you in.
When we start to go in, I just kind of reach up and grab Kovac's like cloak or whatever's hanging off their back. Not
I'll
like,
feel it,
not
but
like tight or
I-
anything, but just like enough to hold on to.
yeah. I'll kind of grin to myself and keep moving.
Right. So you walk in, and it is that moan that you kind of heard that passed by outside is almost more now like a mournful wail, almost weeping at some points, that kind of comes across your ears. Even your footfalls on the ground, what you're used to hearing, which you should be hearing as you're hitting like stone floor in here, the sound doesn't seem to travel nearly as far. It's very, very muted, and it's very hard to make out over the sound or the wind whipping past you, which has that almost sorrowful wail to it. And yes, the feelings that you're feeling from the Holic Forest, they do intensify even further. Like, it's sometimes hard to keep your feet moving forward. Your steps feel heavy as you're walking through here. Go ahead and give me a... We'll say, yeah, give me a charisma saving throw. 12. Okay. You're slowed by quite a bit from everything that's coming out. I mean, it is taking a toll on you.
Makes sense. Like as the feelings increase, the grip probably tightens.
Yeah.
And I'll slow down, and I'll just say, focus on peace, serenity, harmony. Just keep moving forward.
All right. So yeah, your pace is slowed. So I mean, you're moving at a significantly slower pace because he is just kind of dragging behind you. But eventually, you make your way towards what would be the throne or the audience hall that you're familiar with, and the guards that are there will open the door for you. You make your way in, and it is Rowan is a massive place. Easily, 80 feet wide, 200 feet ahead of you, and the ceilings just rise up. And I mean, if you look anywhere around, it just looks like there are those same crystals, only much larger. Some of them floating suspended in the air. Other one, it just continues on up into the ceiling, almost beyond your sight at that point, because some of the lights kind of dim down. But you're not quite sure how tall the ceiling is in here, but it is a massive room. And at the end, there is a very simple black throne.
I'll keep moving forward, and I guess when I get to an appropriate distance, I'll go down to one knee and
Okay. As you
bow
approach,
my head.
the throne is empty, and as you're approaching, a
Oh,
whole flock
never
of
mind.
ravens. Well, a whole flock of ravens. I mean, you're familiar with this.
Oh,
A
okay,
whole
gotcha.
flock
Gotcha.
of ravens just come in and just start swirling around the throne and manifest. And Rowan, the woman you've seen in your visions before, with full white mask, raven cloak, just sits there. Slightly smaller in size than what you remember from your vision, but sits there. Kovac goes down to a knee and respectfully bows.
I do it too, even though I don't know if I'm supposed to.
Okay.
And I just kind of whisper like, "That's the one
I'll just nod.
I saw."
I'll stand back up and say, "My queen, I've brought you Rowan." Then I'll kind of step to the side and
Yes, I'm familiar with Rowan. Much seems to have happened since the last time we spoke.
Yes.
How fare you?
I've definitely been better.
Yes, one of my followers, Shavar, entreated me on your behalf a few days ago. I was not necessarily unhappy, but um, disappointed to hear that you had almost fallen. Not disappointed in you, per se, just disappointed that potentially your journey had stopped. How have you dealt with that?
Don't know how to feel.
That is understandable.
I've never died before.
Oh, there we go. He's back. We'll wait until he's fully connected. Uh-oh. Gone again.
Na 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 na. Batman.
He's gone from the game too.
Oh no. Yeah, it looks like it kicked him. He got kicked offline on Discord too. We'll see what happens here. We'll give him a few moments. Give him a few moments.
I was beginning to think that might have been us because, like, I don't know, 6 or 7. It was kind of storming out a little bit. And
Oh.
I was like, oh, great, perfect timing. But I'm pretty sure it was gone before like 8. So
Yeah, I hope. We haven't really had anything here today. I think there was a little bit of rain earlier. Nothing that would have impacted anything necessarily. So Funny how everything gets rearranged.
Discord crashed, is what I'm being told
Oh,
on the stream.
right. Yep. I see that. So he'll probably be back in just a moment. He might have to readjust all of his audio and video settings, but he'll be back. Do.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah, because now everybody's in a different spot on the stream. It's funny to see that.
Yeah.
Because now Rith is Kovac, Lilith is Rith.
I would like to rage.
Right. And then Kerr's half Lilith, half Kerr.
I'm
Rowan is half Rowan, half Kerr.
Yeah. I'm a roker.
Oh, Rowan. He's
a half bulg.
right. Yeah. A Tiefbarg.
Yeah.
A Druard.
A Drew Arlock.
Oh yeah. Can't forget the lock part. So apparently the whole computer crashed, so it is being restarted at the moment. So he should be back.
I'm just sitting at the
shortly.
table,
waiting for everybody to wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that does bring a question. How late is Rith sleeping?
Probably till like 9.
Okay.
Well, a while ago, I thought Foundry crashed again or whatever on me. When you switched us maps, it just went gray and like I didn't know it was coming, and I was like, what? And I was like, oh, we're going to another map. Okay. I'm good.
I figured I'd just put the Outlander one up there since it works for that. Guess that does. I mean, is Kerr staying in his room until like summoned, basically, or just kind of hiding
pretty
out?
much.
Okay.
He's not certain he can actually like face them.
Well, yeah.
Face them.
I get that. That's
now I'm full Kerr.
No.
no. No.
Kerr was Lilith there for a little bit. That's funny.
And now we're back. Everybody's themselves again,
And
except for me. I never changed.
From
Go
out of
figure.
Space. Oh no, his lights went out too. Oh.
Talk about adding to the drama there.
That's right.
Jeez.
Full stop.
Raven Queen struck you down,
A
boy.
lot of suspense going on there.
Dude, it's the it's my graphics card is updating. Like, why? Why?
Right now, you didn't do that graphics card? It
Dude,
doesn't
so
do it
tired of that.
automatically for anything else.
No, for nothing else. That's even Steam won't update. Nothing will update except that.
Right.
I tell you.
You want it to update so you can play a game, and it's like, no, we didn't do that. So now you can't play the game. Wait, you're streaming? Sounds like a good time. You're using it?
Perfect time.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just like a toddler. Oh, you wanted to use that? No, I want to do it now.
Do you need to go to
Mine.
the bathroom before we leave?
Nope. Until we leave.
Get them buckled into the car seat. Everyone's in the car. I gotta pee.
Kevin still does that.
Oh, I was gonna say in our situation it's Dad, but that's fine.
Nice little segue there. Good times.
Yeah.
All right. Back to our conversation there for that one. So Rowan says he's not really sure because he's never died before, and so Raven Queen looks back down at you. That's understandable. You are not like my followers who get to experience many lifetimes, and for them, death is just simply a restart, so to speak. New opportunity, which is what I've given you again. Another opportunity. You are under no compulsion to be okay.
That's good, because I'm not.
The only thing I would ask of you is the same thing I asked when I brought you into my service, is to find a balance to deal with the problems that you face. If you're to help others, you have to be able to help yourself first. But it will take time, I have no doubt. Dying is a traumatic experience. I'm sure Kovac can tell you that himself. Even if you know that you have another opportunity coming, it's never enjoyable.
Yeah.
So I do have something for you, though. Perhaps it's not of use to you yet, but she will kind of wave her hand, and a raven swoops down, and she hold out your hands. As it drops down, it just drops something black sheathed dagger into your hands. Say, when the time is right, you can use that in my name.
What do I do with it until then?
Hang on to it. Keep it at your side. You'll know when you're ready.
Okay. Just put it in my bag. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh. Is there anything else that you needed from me at the moment, Rowan?
I don't think so.
I think you have a friend who might need your assistance.
Right.
And perhaps by helping him, you can help you.
Helping him got me in this situation in the first place.
Friends do that. Followers do that too.
But he definitely, he needs me. And I need him.
I would agree.
Thank you.
Allow yourself to mourn. Allow yourself to feel. It is perfectly acceptable. But do not hide from it. Do not run from it. And continue to help your friend.
I will.
She'll look to you, Kovac. Do you have anything for me?
I don't believe so at this time.
I did receive your latest crystals as well. I've added them some interesting souls.
Yeah, it's been an interesting couple months.
Well, that is why you are there. And when you're ready, my visions still wait. If you have no other need of me, I will bid you farewell and resume my business.
We will take our leave.
Thank you again.
Of course.
All right. We'll go ahead and head out then.
All right.
I follow. This time I don't hold on to his
Okay.
cloak.
Go ahead and make another charisma saving throw
Uh-oh.
after leaving her presence. Just see how you're doing. Yeah. You feel a bit bolstered. Not sure if it's necessarily like a temporary reprieve, but you're walking through based on the force of your own personality at this point, just trying to block things out. So it's still tough. Like it is, the mournful wail is it still pierces through, and it tries to push those emotions to the surface, or the negative feelings that you have inside of you, even ones that you're not necessarily aware of, but it tries to push them to the surface. But you manage to walk through, letting go of Kovac, the cloak, and like you feel him let go, and as you kind of stop for a moment, just be like, he like almost walks right into you. He's moving along at a normal pace. So
Very good.
you guys make your way out of the fortress. Feeling diminishes on you a little bit, Rowan. It's much more manageable out here. It's tough in there. So you're walking through, and individual, you hear like a female voice from the side. Oh, it's good to see you up and moving.
I'll turn to look and see who it is.
It's Shavar. Or Shavir.
Me?
Yes, you. The last time I saw you, you were on the ground, dead.
Yep, that was me.
It's good to see you up and moving.
Thanks.
And here. Is everything okay?
I'll just kind of turn to him.
Given the situation.
Thanks to you, things are gonna be fine.
Well, if things are fine, it will be due to what you decide to do. I simply gave you another chance through the Queen.
I don't know if it's something like that I can do with it, but I'm like, I will respond with, yeah, she's helped me a lot. And I want the glow from like my Eldritch Blast to like show. With that, like, I don't know if I can show it without like shooting
Okay.
it. You know what I mean?
You have like prestidigitation
Nah,
as a spell?
I don't. I don't know if
What
I
are
have
your...
anything that would be.
Um, I would say you could do basically like a hold action spell, which would kind of look like the spell might be starting to a certain extent, but then just like let it go without actually casting it.
Okay.
So it almost looked like a raven was starting to almost extend from your palm.
Yeah.
So
Or if nothing else, just like shoot it into the air, like
sure.
at nothing.
I mean,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh, well, I pray she's able to help you further along your journey. I will keep you in my thoughts.
Thanks. I'm probably gonna need it when I get back.
I feel you'll be fine. Eventually. But good journeys. Kovac, nice to see you again.
Good to see you.
Be safe.
You guys
Is that the
head back
polite thing
to
to
the...
say around here? I don't know.
Most people are pretty subdued around here. I mean, and direct.
Oh. Uh, see you later. Wait. I hope I don't see you. I do, but I
Come
don't.
on.
She's gone. She's continued walking onto her stuff that she had to do.
Most of the time, less is more.
I mean, it would be nice to see her later, but like I don't want to see her later for the same reason that I saw her last time.
She understands.
Okay, good.
We'll head back out the way we came.
Okay. All right. So
I may pick up my pace a little bit as we go.
yep, that's fine. All right. So you guys make your way back out and head out the rift the same way you came and back at where the horses are. So head back into town then after that?
Yeah.
Okay. Back at the inn. Rith, you get up shortly after 9 out into the common area in between 9:15, 9:30 or so. Lilith is sitting there at the table.
Morning.
Good morning, Riss.
You're up early?
I've been awake since, well, for a couple hours now.
It's nice to sleep in after long travel.
Now you know how I usually feel. Did you sleep well?
Yes. Slept well. Feel good.
That's good.
Where everyone?
Kovac and Rowan went on, they said, to run some errands. I haven't seen Baron yet.
Ah,
I would think that he's probably still in his room, since I don't think he could fit out the window.
okay.
Have you ever heard of a wallaby?
Knowledge something?
Nature, yeah. No. No, that doesn't ring a bell.
No, not sure what wallaby is. Tastes good?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's what Rowan said that they were going after. I don't know that I entirely believe it, but that's what he said.
well, hungry, so I'm go grab food. Want anything?
Yes, please. I tell you what, can I give you some gold and get enough for all of us? Maybe we can have our talk over breakfast.
Sure.
And I'll give Rith like 10 gold.
Okay.
All right. I'll head into town and find a stall and get some food.
All right.
Probably
Just looking for
10
like
gold worth.
breakfast stuff,
Yeah, bread, you know,
meats, pastries.
probably meats, hot cakes,
Okay.
probably not any ale, but some type of drink in the morning,
Okay.
like maybe cow milk or goat cheese or goat milk, whatever is
Okay.
the other
So,
type of
I mean,
drink.
they have stuff like they do have coffee as well. They also have um goat's milk or cow's milk. I mean, there are some dairy farms from that you guys helped or other ones in the area. So, um milk is an option. They do have some juices, although I mean, you have 10 gold, so the juice can be a little bit more expensive, but you have the money.
Okay,
So, why not?
yeah, I was given 10 gold. I'll spend all
Yeah.
10 gold.
So yeah, you come back with quite a bit of stuff. It's a it's a nice trek back for you. But yeah, you can grab a bunch of stuff: sausage, bacon, hotcakes.
Okay,
They've got some like fried potato stuff that looks pretty interesting, and then uh, you know, all different kinds of beverages. So there's even some like sweet rolls.
I'll get that. I'll grab a coffee too. I've never had coffee, Ezra, so he's,
Yeah, right.
who knows?
Yeah. So he gets back about a half hour or so afterwards, with some hot food still. Uh,
About that time, I'll use the sending stone.
okay.
Hello, Rith is up. Still haven't seen Baron. Come on back. Have breakfast.
It comes through, yeah. You guys have been you guys have been traveling back for about 30 minutes when you get that message for Kovac and Rowan. So when the message comes across your stone, Kovac.
Okay.
So you think you have about, you'd probably be back at the end, maybe 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. I'll just reply back with that. We'll be back in 15.
I don't need to count that one.
No, you're okay that one. Anything you two are doing on your ride back?
I'll ask him how he's feeling.
Better.
What did you think of the Shadowfell?
It was weird. Like, are the buildings even solid? They look like they just kept moving around.
Yeah, it does have some strange effects, that's for sure.
I'm assuming that's kind of what the shadow looked like that I saw the figure in the shadow.
A little bit, yeah.
So I'll just be like, that's similar to how the shadow woman looked that I saw.
Yeah, probably about right. So
What did you think of the queen?
Hot.
She looked a little different in real life. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Last time there was a raven that took me to her, and then this time she
Yeah, she's kind of fond of ravens.
was ravens. I shoot a
Do you think she'll be
raven.
able to help you?
It's crazy.
Do you think she'll be able to help you with whatever you're dealing with?
I think so. I hope so. Maybe. I'm hopeful anyway.
Oh, good. Well, I respect anybody who's trying to find their balance in life, and if you need any help with anything, I'm more than happy to help.
It's good to know. Same goes for you. Maybe not so much the balance part because you kind of seem to have that, but if you need
Oh,
help with anything.
it's a lifelong struggle.
I mean, mine should have ended in the forest back there then. The struggle that is in the life. I appreciate this though. Like this was good.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up while Rith is going to get breakfast,
okay.
and I'm gonna knock on Baron's door.
It's not even all the way closed.
Oh, okay. So it comes open when I knock on the door.
Ah, he's naked.
Baron,
Mm, what?
Rith is going to get us some breakfast. You wanna come out to the table?
No. And then I'll stand up.
Come on out.
So, yeah, sure. I'll go to the table.
All right.
So the others went out to they said run some errands. Um have you ever heard of a Wallabee?
I don't know. Have I ever heard of a wallaby?
Make a nature check. Let's see.
Those always work so great with me. So, I know
I
it.
know. Yeah.
I knows it. Wait, wait. There it is. Nope.
Never
No
heard of
clue.
it.
Sorry.
Seems like nobody knows what this thing is. Rith didn't know what it was either. But that's what Rowan said they were going to see a man about.
Maybe it's useful.
I don't think he was totally honest, to be honest with you. But I I gave Rith enough money for some breakfast for all of us. So that way we could eat here together.
Mm.
But they should be here in probably about 15 minutes or so. And that should be about the time Risk gets back, I would think. I don't know. Risk likes to wander around, you know that. And I gave him money for food, which might have been a bad idea, but there might be some left by the time he gets back. And there's no telling Wiley what we'll get. But I figured it was worth it. And I'll just keep like rambling on just with small
Yeah.
talk, you know, just
The awkward small talk when you're really not sure what to do with someone. Yeah, I
yeah,
know. I like it. I like it. That's good.
and talk to him about how the weather's, it looks pretty
Yeah.
nice, like it's gonna be nice out today, and
Yeah.
I'll check it with Druidcraft.
Yeah. All right. Um yeah, it's some scattered clouds, mostly clear though. It's gonna be pretty nice day. Low 70s, nice breeze. So yeah.
so yeah, when we're here, like another nice day or so, we'll have to start that archery training that you were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'll just ramble on some more about
Yep.
little small talk until everybody comes.
Yep. So Ronan and Kovac, you guys drop off your horses back at the stables. They'll thank you for dropping them, and then you guys can head back towards the inn. Rith, when you come back, you'll see, kind of hear from the door after you open the front door and whatnot. Hear from the common area. Sounds like Lilith's just kind of chatting. Uh, it's you know you've heard people try to like idle small talk with you before you've like walked away from conversations. You just feel like this is of no interest to me, and it's what you hear happening in there right now as you bring in the food. You guys hear the front door open, and shortly after the door opens, you just get this waft of different smells that come across you. Some sweet, some savory, some meat. Um, very aromatic uh, smell, which, yeah, I mean, some of you have had coffee and stuff before, so you could smell the coffee. Uh, but yeah, whole collection of foods.
I'll bring them into the table and set them down.
Very nice, Riss. I like it.
Food. Eat.
The others should be back here soon.
Yep.
Hot
In a-
food. Eat.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You deserve it.
We're gonna just take a bit of food.
Okay, just a bit.
Just a bit.
Just his ration himself off.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Is he trying the coffee?
Yes, he will try the
Okay.
coffee.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a bitter drink, but I mean it's bitter in the way that you've had some ales be bitter. But it's also hot and just I mean, you know what coffee is like. It's probably a different taste for him.
Okay.
Depending on how much he drinks later on, he might feel a little bit kind of like jittery, like he's got to get up and move as the caffeine hits him. Since he's never really had that before, but
This might be a bad idea.
the new rage sauce for him, goes into battle, just chugs the coffee. It's like
Rage coffee.
rage.
Caffeine barbarian.
That's right. So about 5 minutes after Bith gets back, Kovac, Rowan, you guys walk in, open the door, and there's just a sweet and savory mixture of smells that greet you. Whole collection of different breakfast food smells.
I see Rith has his breakfast. Where's ours?
Riss actually
just-
brought this all back for all of us.
I pat him on the back as I walk by and say that.
He chuckles.
Everyone, help yourself. This was my treat. Riss was kind enough to get it for us.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Try coffee. Good.
All right. Where's everybody sitting at the table, I guess?
I will sit there so that I can get to the door if I need to.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of at like the head of the table, or the one
Yeah.
heads of the table.
I'm not at
Okay.
the end. I'm at the seat next, like on the side,
Yes.
next to the
okay.
end.
So you and Kovac are kind of sitting on the sides.
Yeah.
All right. Kerr, where'd you come out and sit at?
I stand by my door.
Oh, okay. Just standing there. Head down, I assume?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll sit at the head.
Okay.
Of course she will.
Baron, do you care to have a seat? Have some breakfast?
I will look at Riz.
If he notices him, he'll look at him. Raise an eyebrow.
You're about to get the rock bottom.
The Dragonborn Airbot.
I already told you whenever I go into that pit, I do that what is it, Henry Cavill thing with Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Cock your forearms.
Yep.
Yeah, right. So Rith tells him to sit and eat.
Yeah.
I also just say sit and like point to the chairs that are empty.
You just kind of pick at it, not really eat.
This is nice, huh? Eating.
Rowan.
Yeah. All right. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Don't know.
I get that.
I don't know.
You knew that this was coming, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's just start from the beginning. I'm gonna call you Kerr because it seems like ever since you asked us to name you, that name has bothered you.
It has.
Why?
I'm undeserving of that type of praise. I've never taken an action that is brave. Not.
I've seen you take many actions that are.
I agree.
I'm a coward. And I've been trying to walk in two worlds, to live, but not want to. Every action I take is just a coward's.
Why do you think this? When you asked us to name you, that was the name we thought of first.
Uh, okay. So no. mm,
Let me
I
ask. Oh,
mm, I don't,
let me ask you this then. All right. Is Lilith? Do you think Lilith is brave?
no.
Fair enough. Wrong person. Do you, do you, do,
Looks at Rowan.
do you think?
This is going so well.
Do you think Rith is brave?
A fool's bravery.
Do you think Kovac is brave?
Yes.
Do you think I'm brave?
Yes.
I
Yes, I
am.
do.
Lilith looks really confused at this point.
Well, I'll tell you something about me. I'm not brave. And I reach into my pocket and I pull out my flute and just put it on the table.
Good thing we're not in mixed company.
And see, I don't want something like this for anyone else that I know or knew. Um,
Flute?
this isn't actually mine. It belongs or belonged to my sister. Um, I don't know where she's at anymore. A few years ago when I was younger, I I really liked playing in the forest. You know, we're kids. It's fun. She really didn't want to go, but I made her go with me. And she brought her flute because she loved music. While we were playing, um, a group showed up. A group of undead creatures, to be exact, showed up. They they attacked us. I mean, we're two kids. What are we gonna do, right? I fought one off of myself. And I ran away. Didn't help her. Didn't try to help her. I just left. I mean, I probably killed her. We got back home. I talked to my parents. We went back. And this was the only thing left. I picked it up. And when we got back home, it just wasn't the same anymore. I mean, it's almost like she was, the pin that held our family together as one. She was our family. It just slowly got worse and worse until I wasn't welcome home anymore. I was 13. I haven't even been able to speak to them since. Honestly, I don't know what I would say if I could. I don't blame them for hating me. It was my fault. Then I found you. In that inn. You saved my life. Probably. I'll be honest. When we first started traveling together, I kind of kept you around for protection. You're a big guy. People are probably going to be afraid of you, and it's a numbers thing, two is better than one. But it slowly changed. Like, I feel like I have a family again. Here, at this table. Would say a family that I'd die for, but, I did that a couple days ago.
Wait, what?
Yeah. We both died.
Sorry, cat. Ah, you died?
I wasn't gonna leave you there. I couldn't do that to a second person that I consider family. No way was I running that thing.
That's why I stayed too.
Baron, let me ask you something. Do you feel you were being brave when you decided to hold back and give us time to escape?
No, I wasn't.
Then what were you doing?
Drawing its attention in hopes that everything will end. I just can't bring myself to do it to myself. And I don't know why I chose to come back.
I know why you came back. Same reason I did. Like I said, we're a family. And I'll be honest, I can't do this without you.
I understand.
So, what would make you feel that way, Baron?
What do you know of Cormanthier Forest? No, northish of here.
I don't know. Let me check.
Knowledge history. Rith, you can make a roll on this one advantage if you want. And Kovac.
I don't know much.
Did you say the Coriander Forest?
Do you want me to roll too?
No, not you. Because your area is kind of where you are. Yeah, you can make a roll for history.
It has trees.
Actually, you've been
It
reading
does.
books
Yes,
on it, haven't
trees.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, I
go ahead
said
and
it's
roll one at advantage.
that's okay.
Yeah, it has trees.
It does have trees.
Still
Like-
wasn't great.
Like honestly, for me, I would probably only know anything that Kerr would ever have told me about there.
Which I
would
don't think he's
imagine.
probably talked about it at all a
Right.
whole lot.
Yeah,
I,
I
would
probably
think
would have.
I
A
would
little
think
bit.
I don't travel in forests, so
Right,
I probably
right.
wouldn't anyway.
Yeah, Rith, I mean, you know it's huge for starters. It's a part of the Dale lands, which comprises a few different areas, basically. Like for all intents and purposes, like a few different countries to a certain extent, or collection of like city states would be like a better way of describing it. You know that it has a history very rich in strife, warfare, um, a lot of elven history, and a lot of really bad events, wars, situations have happened there. um, Notably, the Myth Drainer, um, one of the greatest elven cities ever, being lost in a war, being reconquered, and then being smashed by a floating city that crashed into it. So, um, a lot of stuff's happened there.
You from there?
Yes, I am. My people traveled the forest.
Because Rick, you
Dangerous
grew up in the
place.
Mistlands. You grew up in the Mistlands, which is part of the Dale lands. You were right on the southern southeastern edge of the forest.
I grew up in Mistland area.
Ugh. I know of it. I've not been. Mm. We kept on the move. We were nomads. Did our best
Were?
to, yeah, did our best to avoid uh, getting too involved. We take names of the people we deal with simply to deal with them and then cut temporary ties. We'd move on. There was, I guess it comes in waves, groups of demon fae seem to pop up as the elves in the area have a oddly strong connection to the infernal and the abyss. Well, during one of those waves, a party of them, a raiding party of them, attacked a nearby village while we were camped, and my elders, warriors, decided that if they didn't act, we would be next. They went to fight these demon fae, the fae reed. And I was just old enough to be left to protect the elderly and the children. I was terrified. I'm not a fighter. I'm not capable of keeping anyone truly safe, and I hid. And I heard them all get slaughtered. I heard everyone die. I let all my people die. And I've tried to escape that ever since.
You were a child.
No, no, not even by dwarven standards. I would be an adult. I was an adult. A man, supposedly.
Young. Do you know the importance of a name, Baron? It defines who you truly are. My name, Lady Lilith, is who I pretend to be. Like you pretend to be Kerr. My name is Nala.
Notes.
I'll just get that in my notes. Don't worry, guys. I'll write it down for the next.
I too have a story of a similar background, only I didn't have a family. Um, I lived in a small village with my parents, and my village was attacked. My parents had me hide. I was a child. I was young, as you were, young, inexperienced, and unable to protect myself. Both my parents and my village were slaughtered. So, what I did, I was left by myself, as you. And I'm going to take that bag of teeth and set them on the table. I know you may have wondered why I have these. These are the teeth of the band that killed my village. Once I became old enough, I trained myself and I snuck into their camps and I slaughtered them as they slaughtered my people. I will help you do the same. Because as you, I have no family. These people at this table are the closest I have to family. I have built my reputation as Lady Lilith for a while to make myself feel like I was more. Because this ring, and I'll put my hand on the table, and there's a signet ring on my finger. Just a little too big. This signet ring is from a true lady. Stole it when I was younger. And then I learned how to become Lady Lilith. You may not think you are deserving of the name Baron. You can become. And I'll put the teeth back in my pouch.
I do care for all of you. I understand and I feel for you. I have acted shamefully. I have been unworthy of your praises and names. You stood strong. You faced your fears, Rowan. I've seen you do it. I've seen you run but return. I've seen you fight them. I've seen what vengeance does with you, Lady Lilith, when we went to the Goblin Caves. I don't want that. I just wish I was what you want me to be. Nothing more. And I can't do it. I've tried so hard and I allowed a vice to make a decision for me. And I ran and left you the same as I have left my people. You didn't drown though, so that's good.
The name that you called me at the gate was someone from your tribe?
My brother. My brother. He's my older brother. He went off to fight them with everyone else.
Why did you call me that name?
The day you saved me kept me from receiving yet another beating. It's the day I started to have a new family, a new tribe. I saw you like him. You're so much like him. Wish I could be like him.
Well, in return of that, you said you see me like your brother. And I see you like my brother. So you're exactly as I think as I want you to be. You're my brother. I want nothing more, nothing less. So you are. You're what I want. That's exactly what I want you to be, my brother. And you've been that. You know, you're focusing on the fact that you ran away when we were at the river. When we all first met as a group, did you run away when we fought the wolves and the explodey people in the forest? No. Did you run away when we were attacked on the road between Deadlock and Evening Star, I think?
Yep.
No. Did you run away when I ran away against the undead orcs or ogres or something?
Yes. Yes, it did.
No, you followed me. You didn't run away. You just followed to see where I was going, all right? Did you run away in the caves with all the undead creatures when we went to meet the Neogi? No. Did you
No, I
run
did.
away when we were fighting the bandits on the road that were stealing from people? No. Did you run away when we fought fucking Rebecca? No. Do I need to keep going? Because there's more fights that we've had that you didn't run away from. Hold on, before you respond, let me just throw one last thing out. So I pointed out everything that you didn't run away from, right? There's one more thing. Don't run away from this group. Now.
How can you trust me not to?
How can I trust in the middle of battle Rith's not going to come over and hit me with his hammer again? How can I trust that Lilith's not going to steal all my money and run away in the middle of the night? How can I trust... Okay, so Kovac hasn't done anything for me to not trust him. How can you guys trust that I'm not gonna run away at the sight of the next skeleton or mummy that walks through the door? I'm gonna be honest, I probably would. But how? How? Kind of like playing what if. Everyone has a what if.
If we didn't trust you, Baron, we wouldn't be here having this talk with you.
I honestly did not expect this. I figured I'd just be kind of bit of a bloody pulp by now. Now I'll look over at Riss.
You know what? He showed great restraint. And I was told once that with like great restraint comes great responsibility or something like that, but oh shit, I'm dead.
I think you guys are all kind of picking up on the theme we got going here. Oh. We didn't ask to be put in the situations that we're put in, right? Nobody
Yeah.
would have asked for any of that. But it's your job to adapt to it. If
Like-
you choose to.
Like the seasons.
And we've all found ways that we are potentially adapting to our situations. It's just whether we choose to continue to do that or not. No one said you had to do life on your own. And for whatever reason, we've all come together. And we all seem to be helping each other whether we like it or not. So the choice is yours. You can continue to do what you want. If you choose to adapt to your situation, to move on, to become brave, if that is your goal, there are people who can help you do that. But if you don't want to, that's fine as well. It is your choice. You can move on. But that's the point of this, I think.
I want to be that. I do. I want to be. And I cannot forgive myself for what I've done thus far. But I will endeavor to be worthy of a monitor. I'm sorry. Should not have left you.
That's where we reach over and pat him on the back and say, "Forgiven. No more drinking."
Okay.
Heavily.
I've got to become a secret drunk. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to turn around and walk into my room. And I'm going to grab a stack of books, and I'm going to come out, and I'm going to set them on the table. These 2 are for you, and I want to slide 2 books over to Kovac. And they are on the history of Cormanthier and the elves of the area. And the other is a book on learning Dwarven. And I'm going to be like, I'm trying. And just kind of hold it up to Rith.
Rith will say, "Cool" in Dwarven. You'll get there. He'll say in Dwarven.
He's just talking a language no one else knows. You feel so good about that, probably. Yeah, he's got the
I
power now.
feel like it wouldn't be the correct time to speak my other language.
No. No.
Might ruin the moment.
Yeah.
Probably.
There's another one coming of those books for you. I had to special order it.
All right. Well, thanks. Not sure I deserve it, but I appreciate books.
I give the big guy a hug.
Do that awkward scrunch, trying not to be hugged.
Yeah.
Well, without alcohol, I'm not sure how we conclude this session.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, we can just use whatever we got in front of us.
There's also fruit juices of some sorts, but
I'm going with the fruit juice.
And I'll get up like on the table so I can reach and put my cup out. Outlanders.
I reach mine up, and when I touch, I say family.
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 Oh, this is turning into Fast and Furious 10.
oh no.
I don't say it. So.
You mean 1 through 10, or? What I hear, nothing stronger than family. Not even bullets.
Or space.
I'm just gonna sit there awkwardly now, not knowing what to do.
Right.
Red's gonna get up.
Is he done eating?
Yeah, have you done eating? Yeah, I guess. Ritz will head to his room and gather some of his stuff and probably head out.
Okay. Where's he heading to?
I don't know. Probably El Hazir. He
Oh,
has
okay.
he has
Like
some
the
gems
shopping.
and stuff to sell.
Sure.
I will also go to El Hazir. Because he has a belt that should be about ready.
I mean, if everybody's leaving.
Kind of have an order there too.
I'd probably go to the post office.
The post office.
Well,
Do all
and
the
I'm gonna
post-
go to a bookstore. So I guess we all have places to be. Sweet.
Yay! We had a good talking session. Now everybody leave.
Yep, yep.
Well, I mean that's the extent of where Riths goes with this. So
Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. All right. Do we want to keep go through and do that, or do you guys want to finish up here? Do that at the beginning of next session and level up. I mean, we'll level up either.
I mean, here's probably a good
time
stopping point
constraints.
if we
Okay.
want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do the leveling up. Then we'll move to level 6.
Woo!
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do that on here.
I know. I
Yeah, I
forgot.
kind of
I
forgot.
forgot to.
Okay, so when you go to your class that you level up in the features, and then you go to edit,
Oh.
Oh,
and then you have to go
features,
to
okay.
details, and then
Okay. Change it to 6.
yep,
Got it. So if we're multi-classing, we got to add that in instead.
yes. If you're gonna multi-class into something else, then you'll just have to go into the compendium and drag the new class that you want.
Okay.
Uncanny dodge, baby.
Taking rogue this time.
Yep.
All
I
right.
want that extra. I
Negating
want
half of the
3d6
damage.
for my.
Oh, and the sneak attack. Yeah, sure.
Yes. Because I get uncanny dodge and the extra.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And guess I should roll a d8.
Yes, sir. Oop. 8 for Rith, huh? And then plus. Nice. Not bad. A
Okay.
5.
Take it.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah. You rolled pretty well at the beginning, so
Yeah.
got a pretty healthy amount of hit points anyhow. The fact that you and Rith were tied, considering he has a higher die. Oh, 5.
6.
Nice. Good deal. Got 40 hit points now.
Oh yeah.
Rowan's keeping up his getting dropped in one shot.
I got 35 hit points.
It's just it takes that one shot a while to hit me.
That's right. And then I think you get magical secrets, right?
Me?
Yeah.
This is a warlock. I get eldritch
Oh, you're doing well.
invocations.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's
Also useful.
yes. And you get an extra pack spell, huh?
Do I?
Or do you?
I don't know.
Gave you 2 now.
Oh, did it?
This 1 of 2. Yeah. Well, you can cast 2 now.
Oh,
from
yeah.
your pack.
Okay, cool.
I don't remember if you get another one yet or not. I think so. But excellent. And I will have your packed weapon here for you by the time we get started next time.
Woo.
I mean, you've already got it, so
Oh.
get to
Oh, oops. All
now it
right.
just gets to be activated basically.
I'm at 36. I forgot to add my con modifier.
Uh-huh.
Rith's done.
Hmm?
Said Rith is done.
Yeah.
I too am also done.
Awesome.
I'm good enough. I'll have questions afterwards.
That's fine. So, excellent. So, leveled up to level 6 now. Next time we start off, we'll be shopping. So, that'll probably be a full episode in and of itself right there.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, right. Actually, one thing I want to have done before we stop here. Kovac, can you roll a wisdom save for me, please?
Why?
Being charmed.
Oops.
Oh boy.
Oh,
14. Excellent. Thank you.
Sure.
Don't feel anything.
it's because he's dead inside.
I mean, well, that's me. I've got the shirt that says.
I think it's half the party.
True. So you guys will be sitting at right around 11ish or so in the morning when we come back. Which I guess 2 weeks everybody was okay, I believe, correct?
I believe so.
And then 2 weeks after that, I have a conflict for Tim Rith. So we'll have to decide if we want to do anything pre-recording for that or not. But aside from that, that will wrap up tonight's session. Hope you all enjoyed the impromptu. Well, not really impromptu. It was kind of planned, but intervention on a couple different levels. Had one for Rowan, had one for Kerr. Now we'll get to see where it goes from there. So, and level 6 and on to new things as a newly established charter. So, hooray!
Yeah.
We still have to turn in the
You do. I mean,
the
thankfully,
quest.
notice got sent ahead of you, so have to just get everything there taken care of. But that will wrap up tonight's session. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. If you're watching us on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, keep those dice warm. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Laters.